In 4 days, Donald Trump is set to be sworn in as our nation's 47th president. He won on a campaign centered largely around immigration and deportation. According to the Vera Institute of Justice, more than 200,000 non-citizens living in Minnesota could be at risk. ICE is already calling out several communities, labeling Hennepin, Anoka, Ramsey, and Dakota as sanctuary counties. So what does that mean? WCCO is dedicating a team of reporters to dig into these stories, including our Adam Duxter.
With a federal transition days away,
it really is difficult to plan for until we really see what actions are being taken.
Karen Moe is playing the waiting game. Director of Minneapolis Neighborhood and Community Relations. She also oversees the city's Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs.
I think there's a lot of questions and coming from our residents around the state around what is going to happen and what happens if.
But regardless of what happens in Washington,
and it is not our role to enforce federal law.
Moe says it's on Washington to see it through. A 2017 Minneapolis ordinance prevents city employees like police from proactive immigration enforcement. Hennepin County is no different. The sheriff's office says any immigration enforcement is the role of the feds. Simply put, they won't stop ICE, but they won't do their work for them. And neither will the county's top prosecutor.
We value our immigrant neighbors. We understand they bring so much enrichment to our communities. We understand that, we respect that, and we want to do what we can to keep our immigrant neighbors safe.
In the meantime,
we're just doing what we can for folks.
Hennepin County's Shelter All policy means if you come here with kids, the county will find a place for you to stay. Unique not just to Minnesota, but the entirety of the Midwest. Danielle Werder says they do not take citizenship into consideration.
We're not going to play that game, you know? I mean, if they show up here and they need services and shelter, that is what we're going to do.
In Minneapolis, Adam Duxter, WCCO News.
Hennepin County spent more than $17 million on its Shelter All program last year. Right now, it is housing more than 800 people. Last year, the program helped 250 families find long-term housing. Late this afternoon, Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara announced an update to his department's immigration policy. He wanted to clarify MPD does not play a part in federal immigration enforcement and hasn't for more than 2 decades. Hear more about why he wants the community to know tonight on WCCO News at 10.